Good afternoon, students. Welcome back to the PTSP online classes. So far we have discussed some of the important things in the first unit in case of probability. With the 7 classes we have discussed the definition of probability and definition of probability with respect to the sets and some of the definitions. We have solved some of the problems in the probability, and in the last classes we have studied, in the last 2 classes we studied some axioms in the probability, and we have studied some elementary theorems or simple theorems in the probability. In this class I am going to explain, or we are going to prove some of the theorems in the probability using the concept of mutual exclusive events and disjoint sets. Mutually exclusive events, nothing but if two events are mutually exclusive, then the probability of first event is approximately equals to probability of second event. Disjoint sets is nothing but if A and B are the two sets, if we say these two are disjoint sets, then A intersection B is equals to null. We cannot find any common element in between the A and B sets. By using these two concepts, we are going to study some of the elementary theorems in this class. Before going to see these elementary theorems and their proofs, we need to revise 2 fundamental things. One is axioms and the simple theorems, whatever so far we have discussed. There are 3 axioms for the probability, that is, probability of an event A must lie between the 0 and 1, it should not be a negative number and it should not be more than 1. And that event must be a subset of a sample space where the sample space is the total number of possible outcomes of an experiment. And the probability of having the sample space is obviously 1 only, second axiom. And third axiom, if the 2 mutually exclusive events A and B, then probability of A union B is equals to probability of A plus probability of B. If A and B are mutually exclusive events and A and B they are disjoint sets, then we can have the another form of axiom, that is probability of A union B is equals to probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A intersection B. Likewise you can have. We are going with this one. And simple theorems, so far we have discussed the one theorem only, that is probability of A complement is equals to 1 minus probability of A. It is very similar to the set operation only. Complement of A is equals to universal set minus A only. We are applying the probability. That means what? We are defining the probability with respect to the sets. We are defining the probability with respect to the set. Probability of A complement is equals to 1 minus probability of A. If you convert that is into set form, complement A complement is equals to universal set minus A. Here 1 is nothing but what? Sample space, P of S. You can write it as P of S. That means what? Probability of A complement is equals to probability of S minus probability of A, obviously. This is we have discussed in the last class. In today's class we have to solve some more problems, some more theorems. We need to study some more theorems. That is, first question in this, for any 2 events A and B, we must prove that probability of A complement interception B is equals to probability of B minus probability of A interception B. This is the probability of A interception B is equals to probability of B minus probability of A intersection B. Based on the given question, I am going to have some Venn diagram. First, probability of A complement. First one, I am going to have the A complement. A complement. For example, this is total yes and this is total yes, and A complement is nothing but removing A completely from yes. That means what? This part. This part is nothing but A complement. We are removing this part. This we are removing completely A part. So that the remaining part including B, that is called A complement. A complement interception B. A complement is what? A complement is this one. And A complement interception B, that is nothing but this part only. This part, and we can call it is, I am writing with respect to vertical lines. This vertical lines area is representing the part is nothing but A complement interception B. That means this one. A complement interception B. A complement intercept. That means what? A complement is removing A. So that remaining part is what? This one. In which B is also having. That means what? We totally remove this one. This is A complement. A complement interception B. This is B. That means what? This part only A complement interception B. A complement interception B is completed. Next we need to find A interception B. A interception B is what? This one is A interception B. This area is A interception B. Now, A interception B, interception A complement interception B. That means what? We can write this one A interception B, interception A complement interception B. So that here this is A intersection B and this is A complement intersection B. So that what is the common area? There is no common area. This is completely shaded area and this is vertical area, and there is no common, so that it is null. In such cases, these two are named as disjoint sets. These two are named as disjoint set. And these are mutually exclusive events. These are a disjoint set. We know that these are disjoint sets. So that these two are mutually exclusive events. So that I am going with probability of A. Then I am going with these two statements. I am going with probability of A union. Probability of A union. Probability of these vertical lines represents what? Vertical lines represents probability of A union A complement interception B is equals to. From the axiom 3 is what? Probability of A union B is equals to probability of A plus probability of B. So that I can write this one is what? Probability of A plus probability of A intersection B. But the question is that A union A intersection B, this area is what? This vertical lines represent A intersection B and this represents what? A. That means what? A union A intersection B is totally, that is A union B only. This you can represent this as A union B. A union B. This area is what? This is A union A complement interception B. This is a vertical part, so that this is nothing but A union B only. P of A union B. That is what? Probability of A union B is equals to probability of A plus probability of A complement interception B. We know this one. And we can write probability of we can write this one is probability of A complement is equals to, excuse me. So from this, what I can write, this area is A intersection B and this area is A complement intersection B, so that union of these two will be B only, so that I can write this one, this equation, I can write this equation as A intersection B union A complement intersection B is nothing but this area union and this vertical area remains B only. We know this one. So if you apply the probability for this one, probability of A intersection B union A complement intersection B is equals to, you can write probability of B. From the definition of the second, from the definition third axiom, probability of A union B is equals to probability of A plus probability of B, so that I can write this one as probability of A plus probability of B, so that this is probability of A intersection B plus probability of A complement intersection B is equals to probability of B. Probability of B. So that you can write this is probability of B is equals to probability of B is equals to probability of A intersection B plus probability of A complement B, and this is nothing but, here you can write probability of, we require to have probability of A complement intersection B is equals to probability of this will be probability of A complement intersection B is equals to probability of B minus probability of A intersection B. This is the required theorem we require to have. Coming to the here. First theorem we have discussed, that is probability of A complement is equals to 1 minus probability of A. Second theorem we have discussed, that is probability of A complement intersection B is equals to probability of B minus probability of A intersection B. Probability of A complement intersection B is equals to probability of B minus probability of A intersection B. And this can be written in another form also. The probability of A intersection B complement, so that is equals to probability of A minus probability of A intersection B. Here whatever the complement is having and remaining event has to come here, probability of B minus probability of A intersection B. Directly you can write the equation, that is probability of A complement intersection B is equals to, complement is there for the B event, so that A event, so that remaining event is B, so that probability of B minus probability of A intersection B. Coming to here, probability of A intersection B complement is nothing but complement is there for the B, so that it is probability of A minus probability of A intersection B. This is the second theorem, and I am going with the third theorem now. Third theorem or third simple theorem, that is probability of A union B is equals to, probability of A union B is equals to probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A intersection B, where A and B are mutual exclusive events and disjoint sets. You should remember this is valid point. We should prove that A union B is equals to probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A intersection B. Similar, this is what this vertical lines represent. This is A complement intersection B. That means what? Completely A has removed. And this area is what? There is A intersection B, and this particular thing, this horizontal lines represent simply A only. Horizontal lines represents A. This is A and vertical represents A intersection B. Now I am going through this. We are going with the A complement B. A complement intersection B is represented with vertical lines, where the horizontal lines represent simply A only. So that I am going with probability of A union A complement intersection B. Then what is this one? Probability of A union intersection B. This is the third axiom we should write, which that is probability of A plus probability of A complement intersection B. But A union, this is A union intersection, A union A complement intersection B is nothing but what? This area union this area, it will be A union B only. This can be written as what? This is A union B, so that you can write this is A union B. This you can write probability of A union B is equals to, we can write probability of A plus probability of A complement union B. And here we know this one, this formula we know already, we have solved this one. Probability of A complement intersection B is equals to, this you can replace, this is probability of, here probability of A remains same only, plus this can be replaced by probability of B minus probability of A intersection B, so that here probability of A union B is equals to this one. You can write this one. The probability of A union B is equals to probability of A union B is equals to, you can simply write this one, probability of A union B and A union C. This is about probability of A union B is equals to probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A intersection B, so that we proved this one, that is probability of A union B plus probability of is equals to probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A intersection B. This is the third one. Fourth one I am going with, what is the fourth one? probability of A union B is equals to probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A intersection B. This is the third theorem in case of probability elementary theorems. And next theorem we are going to talk about that with the three events. We are going with the three events. The third theorem, fourth theorem, we are going with the fourth theorem. Three events are there. All the three are mutually exclusive events. A, B, C are there. So that probability of A union B union C, A union B union C is equals to, we must prove that probability of A union B union C is equals to probability of A plus probability of B plus probability of C minus probability of A intersection B minus probability of A intersection C minus probability of B intersection C minus the probability of A intersection plus the probability of A intersection B intersection C. This one, whatever we studied the fourth theorem or in number it is third only, but we expanded this to a second theorem into third also. This is the fourth one, and probability of A union B is equals to probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A intersection B. So that by including the one more event we can have the same theorem, that is probability of A union B union C is equals to probability of A plus probability of B plus probability of C minus probability of A intersection B minus probability of B intersection C and the probability of A intersection B intersection C plus probability of A intersection B intersection C. Then I am going with the probability of A union B union C, in which I am assuming is that A union B is, I am assuming A union B is D, so that I can write this equation as probability of D union C. Probability of D union C, probability of D union C, we know the formula, probability of D union C. From the fourth one we can write this is equals to probability of D plus probability of C minus probability of D intersection C. Probability of D union C is equals to, we have written this one. Here again we can go with the probability of, we can write the probability of, we can replace A union, substituting A union B, D is equals to A union B. What we can have now? Probability of, here we can have this one, substituting probability of A. This D is nothing but what? We are assuming D is A union B plus probability of C minus probability of A. This is A union, this is A union B intersection C. And here by substituting this one, we have this one is probability of P union B is equals to probability of A. By distributing this one, you can have the complete theorem. He can have this one is with a probability of A union B plus union C. That means what? You can have this one like this. By expanding this one, you can prove this one is, here substituting this one, probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of C is equals to, we can have it is A union B union C. Here I can write this is probability of A, I can expand this one, probability of A, probability of B, then minus probability of A intersection B plus probability of C, and you can apply the distribution law, that is you can apply the distribution law, that is probability of A union C, probability of A union C intersection probability of B intersection probability of here we can have probability of A intersection C union probability of B intersection C. This one you can have, and here you can have, this is also minus and this is also minus. By expanding like this you can get the answer finally is that probability of A union B union C is equals to probability of A plus probability of B plus probability of C minus probability of A plus probability of B plus probability of C minus probability of A union B, sorry, A intersection B minus probability of B A intersection C minus probability of B intersection C plus probability of A intersection B intersection C. You can get this one, and these are the four very important theorems in the elementary theorems, and so that if you are good at these theorems, and the remaining class is very simple. Thank you. Now in tomorrow's class we are going to solve some of the problems in the conditional probability. Thank you.